What's happening, folks? This is 808 Hot Takes, the comedy and sports show that you didn't know you needed, but you do, because we here. Got my homie James Mane. I'm Pepper, the misunderstood evil genius. We're here to make you laugh. And remember, if you don't laugh with us today, well, there's something wrong with you.
Well, you speeded up the pace on that.
I did speed it up. That was
cool.
my bad.
I like it,
forgot,
though. It's more
I forgot.
natural.
No. You're right, but I still like the you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of you, James, we always start with the first quarter. We start with where we were right and wrong. You was wrong a lot.
Yeah, it was a rough week. But I made a deal with the NFL guys and said, just let the Niners win. I'll lose everything else you need me to lose. Let the Niners win.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yes. So, we were both wrong on two games this past week. The Chiefs and the Browns. The Browns had Bernie Kosar out there. Oh, no, my bad. They had the eyebrow, the man himself out there. And he, yeah, not terrible, but not great and spry. He looks old.
Yeah, very stiff.
It's very stiff, yes. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks he can loosen back up. But yeah, okay, Browns. I don't understand at all. So they blew it. And then the Chiefs,
What happened?
yeah. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game going into Lambeau. I didn't think the Chiefs were going to dog-walk them at all. But I didn't think that that it was going to end like that. And, yes, there's been shitty reffing going on. The Chiefs were victim to it, but that was just at the end. They was victim to themselves the rest of that game.
Was Taylor Swift there?
She was there.
Wow, her
She
first
went in,
loss.
her first loss, her first L.
Oh.
And like I said, the reason why I know her and Kelsey are not going to make it is because he's used to dating black women. And now when he gets that L and he's looking for some booty to grab and the cuddle and the feel better, it's just all, it's flat. It's flat. So when they lose in the playoffs and he don't have no booty to hold on to, that's when it's going to be a wrap.
Well, some people hold on to pillows. Some hold on to poles. So maybe he's like, I'll take this, this pole, this cold body, and shake, and she shook it off.
Yeah. I'm not mad at Kelsey though, because he is close to retirement and he might just be looking at his retirement plan. He's just like, you know what? I got these endorsements and this football money, but if I hook up with this and get a ring out of it, then, she makes a quadrillion times more than I do. I could get that palimony when things go bad.
Wow.
And never have to worry about anything ever in life again.
Never thought of that.
Yeah.
But that is a great plan.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
There's a girl that I've been talking to. She makes pretty good money. I think that's a good plan. I might
Sugar Mama.
Yeah.
Sugar Mama it up, James. I believe in you.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, you should do it. Sugar Mama it up. Yeah. So, you went 4-9 last week, James. Ugh.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
4 and 9?
4-9.
4 and 9? You couldn't have scripted that any better.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. You were going to say?
I went 11-2.
Wow.
Yeah.
You came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I was like, you're not going to beat me twice on my own show.
Doubled my score.
Yeah.
More than almost tripled my 4.
Yeah, my two losses were the Chiefs and Browns. Everything else was perfectly down to. I should have had a 10-team. I should have had 11-team parlay go this week.
Well,
and yeah.
Like I said, I knew what I was doing. I knew how I was picking. I said, I can't be 9-4 because that's not 49. I gotta be 4 and 9.
There it is.
So that's what I did on purpose.
There it is. Yeah, y'all gave the Eagles a beat down.
Did we?
Yes, it was. Now, I've got two problems with your victory, James.
Okay.
Y'all whooped their ass. Y'all went on the road. Y'all handled y'all stuff. Cool. I had told you my prediction. The Eagles been playing some close games. They've been pulling it out of their ass. They've had a bunch of tough battles, like almost 3 to 4 weeks in a row before here.
Against garbage teams.
the Chiefs and
Who lost to the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, the Chiefs and the Bills
And the Jets.
and the Jet, whatever.
Yeah.
So okay, so I knew the L was coming for the Eagles. No problem. I was right there with you. The two problems that I do have is one's a little minuscule. Brock Purdy is lucky. I'm gonna just say that.
I'll let you finish.
Okay. The reason why I say Brock Purdy is lucky is because two of his 3 touchdowns was a 5-yard dump off to Debo, and Debo just do with Debo stuff and take it the rest of the house.
Okay.
Another one was a CMC dump off, and he took it like 50 yards and that kind of deal. So I feel like his stats is a little inflated on that end because it's just like, was he really just zinging it and doing all over the stuff, or did these two studs just be studs? All right. And the other major problem I have with that is because of that, all of a sudden everybody on ESPN and all over the planet talking about Brock Purdy MVP.
Yes.
The fuck up out of here, bro.
Yes. So I'll let you finish.
No, I'm just saying 2 weeks ago, everyone was just like, oh, maybe he is trash. Look, they done lost 3 games in a row. Now he's back to MVP all of a sudden? Vegas bumped him up to MVP? That's hogwash.
Okay, points taken, understood.
Floor is yours, sir.
Understood, but remember, it's the same team that had a Jimmy G and couldn't do what Brock's doing.
Yeah, they could until the Super Bowl.
His QB rating wasn't good. His QB rating isn't the same. He couldn't throw down the field.
They ran the ball more, though. They had like a 3-headed monster running back,
yeah, they had Mostert early. Yeah. My issue with Jimmy G when he was there, he couldn't get it 30 yards down the field.
Gotcha.
He never, and Brock leads in that, in the league. He leads in that.
He is a better deep ball thrower than Jimmy G.
And he doesn't have the strong arm like a Lamar or a Dak, but he's accurate at 20, 25 yards down the field.
That's fair.
So the other thing, too, is when you see so I watched the breakdown, because I just watched the Niner game, then I go look at all these people that break down the plays. So there's a play where he checked down to, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. No, 15. No,
Kettle, 15 is...
Jennings.
Jennings, there you go.
So it was the motion where the running back, he goes to the left a little bit, and then he sees who follows him. And as he goes, the first play, as CMC was running out, has an option route, there was 2 people guarding him. So he checked down and threw it to Jennings. And Jennings made up the middle. He got like 15, 20 yards. The next time they ran it, and I think it was on the same, I don't know if it's the same drive, same thing. He motions out, CMC motions out, snaps the ball. As he's going, only one guy's covering him. CMC does the option route and then does a wheel route, and wide open, Brock Purdy. So these are, in my opinion, Brock Purdy has played a lot of football, and I'm taking stuff from other analysts. Okay, it's not, James Mott is not a genius. I just watch a lot of these guys. Yeah. He's the evil genius. So he knows the plays very, very well. So when you know your plays very well, you can do these things. So it's just like when I'm a Montana fan because it was my team and he was a quarterback. But I knew John Elway was a better quarterback. Physically, maybe even mentally. But Joe Montana fit in Walsh's offense.
Their system now.
So Brock Purdy may not be the best quarterback if we just took them all and lined him up on the side. I'm not picking him first. He's not the best quarterback, but he is the perfect quarterback for this system. So if they say he's a system quarterback, there's a lot of points to that. But
that's fair.
I would rather win with a system quarterback than,
you just
having
want to win, period.
Yeah, I mean, look at Dan Marino never got a ring.
Yeah.
Dan Fouts never got a ring. So
I get it.
I mean, well, we don't have a ring yet either. So
I get it. So just to wrap this up, though, so are you thinking him MVP at this point in time?
It's funny because they broke down one thing on is it Wright, the dude that you like with the long?
Oh yeah, Nick Wright. Yeah.
Was it him? Was him or somebody else? Who said, I'll show you my point. and they showed the promo for the game, and it was Jalen Hurts and the Eagles versus CMC and the Niners. It's like, even they don't think he's the MVP. It's CMC. And I think the most valuable player
is CMC.
Because it was hard to pick because you have Debo, you have Ayuk, so, and Kittle, you have all these players. But I really think CMC makes the difference because that running game is what opens everything up.
Yeah, he's got 17 touchdowns in 12 games.
Yeah.
He's the MVP right now, just plain and simple.
Yeah.
If they had lost that game, then Hurts would be the leading MVP guy.
Because they're head-to-head.
Yeah, exactly. Which the Eagles have to play the Cowboys this week, so if Dak beats them, then Dak will be the leading MVP guy. All these guys are playing great. It's awesome. But Purdy is not the MVP.
Yeah,
I don't care what y'all listening to. Even the 49ers guy is just like...
It's a very important piece, but I would say MVP,
Yeah.
I would gotta go CMC.
You tripping, Vegas. You tripping. Yeah. Speaking of MVPs, before we get out of this quarter, ex-MVP, Aaron Rodgers... he's an attention whore. He's an attention whore.
Yes.
Full disclosure, we're recording this on a Tuesday because my man James, he got a big gig this weekend over in Kauai, so he's getting on the plane. Cool. We normally do this on a Wednesday. Fine. Right before we started recording, Aaron Rodgers was on his usual Pat McAfee Tuesday show, and he was just like, yeah, now that the Jets have no chance of doing anything, and they're like, they might call me to play for them this weekend, quarterback, because I guess Zach Williams is a little gun shy now. Wilson is a little gun shy now. Aaron Rodgers goes on TV and is just like, yeah, my return date was going to be December 24th. And, I could still make it, but, I don't, if we're in playoff contention, then yeah. But if not, I'm going to just see how it feels. Shut the fuck up. You wasn't making it on goddamn Christmas Eve. Stop lying. You ain't even need to say that. It's just, you're attention whore. Bitch made Aaron Rodgers. I'm sick of you. And I know I forgot one subject here as we were talking about the Eagles and 49ers. That security beef?
Oh.
I'm okay with the security guard being like,
I am
hey.
not. You're not a player or a coach. You don't deserve you shouldn't be involved in any of it.
All he did was help his guy up and be like, chill out. Y'all dude tried to punch him in the face.
Well, he held back. He was like, I was like, whoa, don't.
Yeah.
But nobody should be allowed to interfere with that. And then maybe you can point things at the refs. Hey, why didn't they jump in and help out? But that's not the ref's job either.
I think they both should have been kicked out. Just period.
They both did get kicked out, right?
Oh, I thought y'all linebacker just got the penalty, but was able to
No,
stay.
he was ejected.
Oh, he was ejected?
That's why it was even more impressive that we still kicked that ass.
Yeah, it got.
But I tell you what, the way Philadelphia fans are, that guy is a god now. That guy, they love that guy.
Oh, yeah.
That security guard.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. All right. Second quarter. This is another place that we were both wrong. NCAA playoffs. I had predicted some stuff was going to happen and Ohio State might be able to sneak back in, but none of that stuff happened. And and then James had predicted that Georgia was going to just go ahead and whoop up on Alabama and do the deal. And none of that stuff happened either.
That was another thing that I was saying, NFL guys, if I got to lose everything else for the Niners to beat them, all right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was watching him like, come on, you still have a chance. Like, oh, damn it, no.
Yeah.
Alabama defense is just too much for our offense.
My perfect scenario would have been the week before Alabama lose to Auburn and then go and do what they just did and still beat Georgia. So that would have bumped Georgia out.
And keep Alabama out.
And kept Alabama out. Florida State should have lost, but Louisville is trash. And, whatever.
Texas, in my opinion, shouldn't be in there.
Agreed. They beat Alabama, but Alabama got lucky twice.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Yeah. Georgia, what did I tell you? I told you all season, like, they wasn't the same powerhouse that they was, but nobody was strong enough to take them out. They didn't, because they didn't play nobody. Just playing all season. They didn't play nobody. And when they finally played somebody, they got took out.
I got to admit, SEC is, for SEC standards, it's a down year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So now the committee screwed Florida State because they're undefeated and they won their ACC and they're still not in the Final Four.
Yeah. But I can see they're trying to avoid another TCU debacle.
I get that, but TCU forced that debacle,
Right.
like by winning a game in there. But yeah, Florida State would have got dog walked on TV.
Yeah,
just
but all the teams that are there,
every team in there would have walked.
Even
Florida
the two teams that were just below would beat them. Ohio State would destroy them.
Yes, easily. Ohio State, Georgia, Oregon, all of those squads would have just destroyed them, plain and simple. But hey, next year we got a 12-team playoff, which is actually 4 teams too many. But they're overcorrecting. It's
so football's going to end in February.
Yeah, exactly. It's just dumb. They're adding extra games. It's just it should have just been 8 teams. Period.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Give the maybe top 2 a bye, or give the first 4 a bye, and let the rest play in. But more than 8, it's pointless football. You're getting these dudes hurt, and they're playing all these extra games.
These bowl games are now pointless football because of the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
players don't even want to play.
Yeah, 58 different bowl games that shit was getting ridiculous anyway. They should have always been like hey, certain bowl games are, especially the early ones. These are the playoffs. You can still keep your bowl game, but guess what? That is the playoff for this bigger tournament deal. Yeah. But hey, it is what it is. Meanwhile, the NCAA they're always like 8 years too late on some stuff. And the NIL has been getting players paid, which it should have been a long time ago. I would have loved some NIL money back in the day. Oh, man. Woo! I would have kept playing if I could get some NIL money. Even just a regular, just a little bit, whatever.
And because of COVID, there are players who are in their 6th or 7th year.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. You don't know if you're going into the pros.
Exactly.
You might as well stay in college and get paid as much as you can.
Exactly.
Come out with your PhD.
Yeah.
In PE.
One of the problems is with the NIL is this pretty much Wild West.
Yeah.
It's like anybody can sponsor anybody at any given time, and you never know when the kids are going into a bad deal or some predatory lenders out there, as there always is, and so. One thing that the NCAA is finally starting to try and propose is that just take the NIL money and funnel it through the college and then just pay everybody in the athletic program flat fees or some kind of tier system as far as, okay, your sport brings in this much money, so you guys get a bigger bump, but at least if you're on the collegiate badminton team, you at least get a flat.
I was gonna say cross country.
yeah, cross country. You're like, I play lacrosse, but you just get a flat fee from the pot.
Yeah.
From whatever the NIL pot is, get a flat. Every collegiate athlete gets a flat fee off of the deal, and then obviously the sports that bring in more revenue, they get more money.
Well, that's I think some schools do that already, and that's why players are choosing to go to other. Because even one of the kids I coach decided to not go to his dream school, is going to another school. I won't say because, the kid's a minor. Going to another school. Now, we know that his dream school does that. They divvy out, the team divvies it out to the players. The other school gives it to whoever that person is. So that person can get a lot of money compared to that dream school.
They can get to Johnny Manziel. Hey, I'm signing autographs.
Yeah.
There's nobody come to see you, Otis.
Sorry, Otis, just snap the ball and block.
Yeah. You ain't nothing without the group. Shut up, Otis.
Yeah. So, too much truth in this.
Yes. Little Temptations, 5 Heartbeats movie action there. Look it up. It's a great meme. So, yes, the NCAA has finally proposed something 3 years too late to the colleges, and we'll see what happens with it. They're grasping that some kind of control right now. It's ridiculous. And then lastly, while we're in quarter 2, the transfer portal, as James mentioned,
crazy.
It's insane right now. So Hawaii boy who was playing for Oklahoma, put his name in the transfer portal.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yep. Another Samoan and black guy,
Uiagalelei.
Yeah. He's going into his 6-year deal. He was at Clemson for several years, went to Oregon State, and he put his name in because his coach is now going to Michigan State. Mm-hmm. So everybody thinks that he's just going to transfer to Michigan State and finish out his final year and then go to the league after that. So I was surprised he didn't just go to the league, but
he could, but I don't think he's good enough. Yeah. I've watched him at Clemson. I've watched him at Oregon State.
He did better at Oregon State than he did at Clemson, though.
Yeah, but he's also older.
Yes.
So the thing is, and Clemson had I think at that time when they were national contenders, played better teams.
Yeah.
I think with him at Oregon State, watch him. I think it's one of those. He's physically gifted, but I think he doesn't read the coverages as fast, and I think that's going to the NFL. That's the trend. You're seeing that. You got to read that fast.
Yep. So, shout out to all those guys. Even Ohio State's guy jumped in the portal. I'm just like, you finally started gelling towards the end of the year, but now we don't got Marvin Harrison Jr. no more because he's going to the league. He's going to be top 5. So,
that's even happening in high school here in Hawaii, where kids can transfer to other school. Where I coached at, we had 9 kids transfer to Waipahu. And Waipahu just won the state title in our division, which is like the second level, not the same as Punahou and Kohoku.
Gotcha.
They want to stay at that level. Where had they stayed with us, we probably would have won the state title.
Gotcha.
So it's weird how you can just change schools and just change the whole program.
No.
So I don't know why Ohio State. I mean, you're competitive this year. You got players coming back. It's possible you could be national title winners next year.
Yeah.
But if you're going to leave, it's like, where are you going to go to Michigan? Which is the big no-no for an Ohio State person.
Exactly. Who knows what Harbaugh's going to do after they lose unexplicably in one of these bowl games.
Oh, no.
Like, Michigan should win the national championship, especially with Georgia out. But
I'm pulling for UW.
This is the only time I'll actually root for Alabama.
Wow.
Is against this Michigan game.
Well, Alabama looks like they probably could win it, but I'm pulling for UW.
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling for UW.
I love their offense, man. Yeah. So exciting.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Third quarter.
The ladies.
So, James, you want to give us the update and the breakdown of the UH volleyball national at the national tournament?
So they lost in the second round, which is a lot better than they've done for the last 10-something years. They've always been competitive, but they've had the down time. They beat Iowa State in the first round. Then they lost to the host of the bracket. They were in Oregon. Oregon, very good team. They swept Hawaii earlier in the season as well and swept them again in the national tournament. So their season is over. Competitive. We're proud of them. They did Hawaii proud, and it's now. Actually, once we lost, I stopped paying attention. So can't ask me about who's going to win it. I think Nebraska and Wisconsin are the 2 top teams.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nebraska. You see that earlier in the season where they played at the football stadium? That was dope.
90,000 or something like that?
That was dope. Yeah, that was awesome. So, shout out to the Rainbow Wahine. Great season. You guys, ladies, definitely. Yes. You guys kicked ass. And next year, when James's daughter is leading the team, national champion. No pressure. Yeah. No pressure. I'm just putting it out there.
And they do come here to stand up Honolulu to watch shows.
Yes, they do. Yes. Just like you should.
Yeah.
Quickly, so we reported on a boxing story last week where we had to look up the ladies. And Amanda Serrano, who unified all the welterweight belts. She unified everything, and because it's boxing and they're stupid, she just had to give up one of them.
Of course.
It's just like, oh, okay. So,
I don't know why they have so many different. Just make it.
Because it's all rigged.
One boxing title, that's it.
Yeah.
How is I'm the champ, that's a champ, and that's a champ? It's like there's
Yeah.
too many champs.
So she had like 4 or 5 of them, and now the WBC one she had to give up because they can't hold all of them. I guess whatever. Ridiculous. Anyway, in a title that people can hold as we wrap up for the ladies, the third quarter, Florida State, even though their men's football team should probably, for all intents and purposes, be in the Final Four or at least in the tournament of Final 8 or whatever. Even though they got disappointed, their women's soccer team, the lady football, whooped Stanford's ass for the national championship. It was 5-1.
Wow.
And they scored a couple of goals within 26 seconds of each other.
Wow.
It was just like, ooh. And did you catch any highlights of this, James?
I did not, but I know the ACC and the Pac-12 or Pac-10 are the 2 top conferences
Gotcha.
for women's soccer.
Okay. Well, Stanford, we're not a real politically correct show. Stanford had a bunch of big corn-fed white girls on it. And they was fast and they was like cool. But Florida State, I thought they was playing Brazil.
Oh.
And not the cute hotties from Brazil. Just like the thuggish Brazil.
Oh.
Yeah, like these women was running circles around. Like it was like, I was like, oh my, is that Ronaldo? or no, who was the little guy with all the tricks?
Neymar.
No, Ronaldinho.
Oh, Messi.
No, Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho is the Brazilian. Yeah.
Who did all the like fancy stuff?
Yeah.
They had
he's
one,
not little. He's actually kind of tall.
Yeah, well, they had one of those girls that looked like him.
Oh.
She looked like a short version of him.
Had the dolphin teeth.
Yeah. She's not cute, but she could ball. She's so.
That's what it is. When, the ones that are cute, and not to get offense, but the people who are good looking, men too, they usually don't have to work on charisma or skill because things get handed to them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Jimmy G. He was handed his spot in the NFL.
Such a beautiful, pretty quarterback.
Yeah, but not a quality quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why ugly people like me, pretty funny, pretty talented in certain things.
Yeah. I'm a tweener. I'll say it. I'm a tweener. But hey, still work hard. It's all good. Shout out to the ladies. Light skinned to black, skinny or fat. I'm Poppy. But we call my knees. I was trying to do a Biggie line, but I forgot. I messed up the word.
I would have just went girls.
It doesn't matter. We love you all.
Look.
Is what I was trying to say, but I was trying to do like a cool rap verse, and it didn't work out.
Fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Try to save you there.
I appreciate it. In-season tournament is happening, and last night the Celtics and the Kings got eliminated. People were a little like, "Oh, the Celtics? They are the actual finals favorites." Coming out of the East is the Boston Celtics, and the Kings are like the upstarts from the West. But both of them got eliminated last night. The Celtics lost to I think the Pacers, and then the Kings lost to New Orleans. So James Wilson's back, and they down there balling. Tonight, Milwaukee Bucks are taking on the Knicks, so that should be a good game. And then the Suns are taking on the Lakers. So it's elimination time now. So I'm rooting Suns. Lived in Phoenix a long time. Shout out to them. And I love LeBron. He's from Akron. He's an Ohio boy. But I'm a Suns fan. Is what it is. James, who you got any dog in any of his fights?
I actually don't.
Any thought on what's gonna happen?
Because NFL is still ongoing.
You're like, call me after Christmas.
Yeah, but I'll cheer for the Lakers. I mean, go Lakers.
Cool. It's a civil war in my house tonight.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's the other side?
Lakers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were Lakers.
No, I'm a Suns guy.
But because of
I like LeBron and I like the Lakers, but I'm loyal to the Suns.
He's a Youngstown guy.
Akron.
Akron. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and my wife was a Kobe disciple. Yeah.
See, when I was going to school in Buffalo, New York, we were D1 AA, which is FCS now.
Mm-hmm.
Youngstown State was the top team, and they won, I think, a few years in a row, and it was because of who's your Ohio State coach with the red vest?
Oh, Tressel.
Tressel was a coach
Yeah.
at Youngstown State, and he
Yep.
was just dominating there. Went to the next level, dominated there.
Yep.
Brought Maurice Claret.
Yep.
Yowza.
All good. But we're back into this hoops. Other Lakers stuff. I wanted to ask you. So LeBron was catching some flack because last week his son got cleared to play for USC. Those know over the summer, Bronny had a little heart condition go on, and they had to do like a procedure, and he's been out for some months, but he's finally cleared back for basketball activities. And LeBron went on record and was just like, hey, look, I already told my team that when it's my son's first game and it's time for him to play, I'm going. He was like, I don't care who we playing that night. That's where I'm at. And I just wanted to see how you felt about that.
Well, as a parent, I get it, 100%. Especially with the whole thing with maybe it's close for them with Kobe and Gigi. You never know. You know, life is about these moments, especially for your kids. It's not so much LeBron wants to be there to see his kid, although he does. It's about the kid looking and seeing his dad there.
Yep.
And I think, and you get it because you're a girl dad too, or you're a dad, I should say, is that being there for their moments so that when they think back, they have those core memories. And it's important. So I get that. Now, as you know, as analyzing what's going to happen, because it's not like he works at the post office or Starbucks where he gets paid a small amount. He's like, you calling sick? All right, we'll get somebody fill in. This is $1 million he's paid. So I can understand the organization getting angry and understand if the other players get angry. But as far as us outside, I would say mind your business. It's like, have your opinion, but don't snap at LeBron for trying to be a dad.
Look, that man is almost 40 and he's carrying y'all team.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, you know, shut the hell up. Yeah. I'll be back when I be back.
Yeah.
But having said that, I do understand. I feel like if this was a few years ago, you know, you've missed some of his games before. You know, the summer stuff. You done been to most of the high school games, that kind of deal. Chill out, LeBron. But the fact that he was out with the health scare and with the health procedure, that kind of deal. Yeah, man. Y'all leave him alone. Anybody giving him flack need to be punched in the face. Yeah. Speaking of punched in the face, Ime Udoka and giving LeBron stuff, he got ejected from a game for talking trash to LeBron and calling him a bitch and saying all types of crazy words. This was the coach of the Houston Rockets. They got in a little back and forth, and a lot of people, which is weird to me. So everybody has the Jordan LeBron deal, and I, for one of the few times, saw this stuff pop up online.